Hello everyone, Sherlock here. In 2017, I got my first Tecno, which was the Tecno Spark K7. It was a very decent device, and yeah, it meant a lot to me at the time. So today, I'm going to be talking about the Tecno Pop 20. You know, Tecno went all the way from Tecno Pop 10, they skipped the 11, they skipped the 12, they skipped the 13, 14, 15, and 16. We jumped all the way to Tecno Pop 20, which is the device I'm going to be reviewing today. Looking at the device, you get a boxy shape. It has two button rocker on the right side. It has a power button that looks at this fingerprint scanner on the right side of the phone. On the top of the phone, you have the speaker, the top firing speaker, and on the bottom of the phone, you have your headphone jack and your 15-watt charging port. The Tecno Pop 20 has a 6.75-inch display, which is very large and produces relatively soft and smooth display quality. However, it should be noted that this is not an AMOLED screen. It is not AMOLED and it is not OLED. So the screen is relatively very whitish, but you still get a lot of colors while using the phone. For the camera, on the front camera, we have the 8 megapixel camera, and on the back, we have a 30 megapixel camera, which produces quite decent shots. It is not the best. You can get more decent photo quality with the Tecno flagship release, such as the Phantom series and the Camon series. Of course, these are going to be more pricey compared to the unit that we are reviewing today, but relatively, the Tecno Pop 20 does a decent job in photography. For the processor, the Tecno Pop 20 has a T7250 processor. The unit I'm reviewing here has a 4 gig RAM and a 64 gig ROM space. You can also get the 8 gig RAM version, which has a 128 gig ROM space. So you expect that basic gaming, social media, TikTok, WhatsApp, YouTube would work relatively well, but you do not expect heavy duty games such as Asphalt, Call of Duty to work very well on this phone. You can, yeah, do basic tasks, basic gaming, and basic app use on this phone. For the battery, the Tecno Pop 20 has a 5000 milliampere battery capacity, which is very strong in 2026, and it competes with the likes of the iPhone 17 Pro Max and flagship Samsung release. So for the charging speed, it is not really fast and it is very noticeable while using the phone. Now let's talk about the pros of using this phone. The first thing I'd like to talk about is the pricing. The Tecno Pop 20 sells for 145,000 to 150,000 naira, depending on your region. I got this unit with me for 145,500 naira, which is quite decent price for a phone that offers 4 gig RAM, 64 gig ROM of space. This is actually very impressive from Tecno. Another advantage of using this device is, now let me tell you this short story. Recently, I lost my AC remote control and I needed to get a new one. But while navigating through the app, I noticed that the Tecno Pop 20 has a feature where you can use the IR blaster located on the back of the phone to control your TV, your AC. And I tried it and this really worked very fine with two different AC units made by different AC companies. You can use it for your TCL, your Samsung, your LG, and different other products that are compatible on the Tecno Pop 20. To the cons of using this device, the first thing is the processor. The T7250 is not strong enough for 2026. I really wish Tecno gave us something like the Snapdragon, and that would have been more appreciated by a lot of people. The T7250 is not strong enough for gaming, for heavy gaming, especially like the Asphalt, Call of Duty, and the PUBG. You cannot play heavy duty games on this phone. If you're looking to get a stronger device that can handle gaming very properly, you can check out the lineup that consists of the Phantom, the Camon, and some Spark series have more power. For the screen is an LCD display, which is not good enough. I would have loved it more if this screen was an OLED or an AMOLED screen. An LCD screen is whitish and it's just not good enough, honestly. Tecno, you can do better. Give us something like the OLED and the AMOLED. Let's talk about the camera. The camera is just decent. You do not expect at this price to take pictures without having noise in your photos, especially in dark conditions. You need good lighting to get decent pictures. I'll go ahead and add some pictures taken with this phone and videos taken with this phone so you can go ahead and see firsthand what they look like. Also, it should be noted that Tecno Pop 20 does not have wireless charging. I really wish this phone had wireless charging. In 2026, every phone has wireless charging. So now the question in your mind might be that, who is this phone for? This phone is for someone who wants to use it as their secondary device. I assume you already have another phone and you just need a phone that does basic social media, handles social media very well, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Yeah, you can use this phone. But if your goal is to use this phone for gaming, heavy gaming like PUBG Mobile, Call of Duty, those are very, very heavy, and I do not suggest that you use this phone for such purpose. However, the Tecno Pop 20 is a very, very decent device. The pricing is good. The camera is decent. The battery capacity is very, very impressive. And I would recommend this phone for someone who has very, very limited expectations in their smartphone. However, this phone is very good. Lastly, before I stop, I would love to announce that I'll be giving out this Tecno Pop 20 to a lucky subscriber on this channel. Just make sure you subscribe, you like, you share the video, and you drop in the comment section Tecno Pop 20. Once again, Sherlock here. Make sure you like and subscribe. Turn on your notifications to follow up with more videos that will be dropping on the channel. Thank you.